Psychology most women were never taught. Love, attraction, respect, and power are not created by effort, communication, or being chosen. They're regulated by the nervous system. Before you say a word, before someone decides how they feel about you, before they form an opinion, their body is already responding to yours. Your nervous system speaks first. And once you understand that, everything you thought you knew about relationships starts to fall apart in a good way. Chapter 1. Calm is not passive, it is dominant. We were taught that power is loud, that confidence looks assertive, that influence comes from saying the right things. But the nervous system doesn't follow words, it follows regulation. Calm is not passive, it is dominant. The human nervous system automatically synchronizes with the most regulated person in the room. This is emotional co-regulation. It means the calmest body leads, not the loudest voice, not the most emotional reaction, not the person explaining the most. When your body is grounded, steady, and slow, other nervous systems adjust to you unconsciously, not because you're trying to lead, but because regulation signals authority and safety. This is why emotionally grounded women shift entire rooms without effort. They don't control, they don't convince, they don't perform, they hold presence. And presence is biological. Chapter 2. Why longing feels like love but isn't. Here's where most women get confused. Intensity feels like intimacy, but it isn't. Longing isn't love, it's uncertainty activating the attachment system. The brain releases dopamine not when connection is secure, but when attention is unpredictable. Hot and cold behavior. Mixed signals, inconsistency. That spike, that urgency, that constant thinking feels like chemistry, but it's not connection. It's a stress response. Secure attraction doesn't feel consuming. It doesn't hijack your thoughts. It doesn't make you anxious. It feels steady, predictable, calm. If you're always thinking about someone, checking your phone, replaying conversations, waiting for reassurance, your nervous system isn't craving love, it's craving regulation. And no relationship can feel safe when your body is stuck in survival mode. Chapter 3. Why overexplaining quietly lowers your power. Overexplaining is often framed as honesty or emotional intelligence, but biologically it signals anxiety. When you repeatedly justify your feelings, your boundaries, or your decisions, the nervous system reads uncertainty. And uncertainty lowers status. Confident people don't convince, they state. They don't rush to be understood. They trust that clarity stands on its own. Power isn't loud, it's concise. The less you explain, the more your body communicates self-trust. And self-trust is felt instantly, not logically, physically. Chapter 4. Why being nice often backfires. Most women were taught that niceness creates safety, but niceness without boundaries creates entitlement. The brain assigns value based on predictability and consequence. When someone can cross you repeatedly without cost, the nervous system learns that your boundaries are flexible and respect erodes, not because the other person is bad, but because the body adapts. Respect forms when behavior has consequences, not punishments. Consequences. This is why emotionally secure women are not always liked, but they are rarely mistreated. Warmth without boundaries invites disregard. Warmth with boundaries creates respect. Chapter 5. Your body knows the truth first. Your nervous system processes threat milliseconds before conscious thought, before logic, before excuses, before hope, tension, unease, hypervigilance. These aren't flaws, they're information. If a connection feels confusing, draining, or unstable, your body already knows. Peace doesn't feel boring. It feels unfamiliar when chaos was normalized. Safety is quiet. And your nervous system recognizes it instantly, even when your mind tries to argue otherwise. Chapter 6. Why walking away teaches faster than words. When you explain repeatedly, the other person doesn't reflect, they defend. But when you withdraw access calmly, without drama, without chasing, without threats, the brain is forced into self-evaluation. Silence creates contrast. And contrast is one of the strongest psychological teachers. This isn't manipulation. it's self-respect. You're not trying to change anyone. You're allowing reality to do the teaching for you. Final chapter. The truth most women were never taught. You don't attract what you say. You attract what your nervous system tolerates. You don't hold power by proving your worth. You hold power by being regulated enough to walk away from what destabilizes you. This isn't about control. It's about coherence. And when your body is coherent, your standards enforce themselves. You stop chasing. You stop convincing. You stop overgiving. Not because you're detached, but because you're grounded. And grounded women are deeply felt long after they leave the room.